the pot. I don't want to go in the pot. He put me in the pot! What the shit? This is Fading Interest, back with another adventure in Darkest Dungeon. Today I'm going into the Weald in search of the Wizened Hag. She'll be my second boss encounter ever, and I have never fought her before. So steel yourself and remember, there can be no bravery without madness. Okay, this is a B team of mine that I took into the Weald. What happened was my primary characters had out-leveled this particular mission, and the Wizened Hag is a boss, so I wanted to take it. However, I did have a few characters at my disposal that I liked, and I loaded them up with the trinkets I had. So I'm running in here with a bounty hunter, a hellion, a jester, and a vestal. And you'll see the first few rooms I'm just going to smash through, and I'm going to do a bunch of fights. In this particular mission, I took a number of torches, proper amount of food. I do get a camp. So this first section is going to go up until I camp, but I think I'm going to hit 2 or 3 traps just in this corridor. Right away in the mission, I ran into a barrier and had to use a shovel. I brought 2 shovels. I think I got lucky. Sometimes you want to bring 3 on a medium mission. Because in order, and there you go, going through the shovel, the barrier. The only way to really get through those is either to use a shovel or to encounter a lot of stress and damage. So my primary method of taking out these guys is either stuns and bleeds from the jester and the vestal, and then clean up from the hellion and the bounty hunter. I never quite get the stun bonuses comboed properly with the bounty hunter. He does well if he has a target who's already stunned. I'm also trying to keep my light level high as I enter into known encounters to try and get a surprise round. The crits that you see are giving me stress healing. So stress healing is a pretty important factor. And you see I got a surprise round on this one, so I'll take a round of trying to take out the more dangerous creatures, the ones that might cause stress to my characters. I want to try and minimize that as much as possible. Anytime I'm trying to get through an adventure, doesn't matter if I'm just taking a B team in or if it's my main guys, I'm trying to leave the adventure with less stress than I came in. The Jester's pretty good about that. If he's in the 4th rank, he can use a buff that does some stress healing. Other than that, you're really fishing for crits to try and get a lot of that those stress heals on your character. Okay, we're in camp now. I'm using a bunch of different powers to try and buff. Since my stress is very low, I'm looking for things that are going to help me with the fight that's coming up. The hellion has a buff on her. She's also blighted, but I don't have any way to take care of that, so I'm just going to have to wait for that to wear off. The jester is going to be able to help people out. And now I'm going to continue on. I still haven't found the boss room. What happens every once in a while is you'll be scouting, and when you're in an environment where you don't really want to go into every single room, what you're really hoping to do is figure out where your objective is based on your scouting. So eventually I will find the boss that I'm looking for, and I won't have to go into every single room. But for now, I'm going to hit an encounter in every room. I'm going to hit an encounter in every corridor. I'm going to try and keep my light level high. My jester has a bleed on him. It's one of his primary attacks. That's why I keep him in rank 3. The vestal's going to try and keep everybody healed and throw out a stun when she can. And the hellion is going to stick with that reach weapon, and the bounty hunter is going to stick with his primary axe. And so I've decided to go straight down this corridor since there are 2 rooms there to give me the better chance at finding the final fight that I'm looking for. And once again, another little fight. I'm trying to minimize damage if I can, but honestly, there's there's no good reason to prolong combat. You just saw a little flash of blue from the gesture. He did a buff to kind of get everybody pumped up, since he didn't have anything else he could do. Once again, fighting a few more of these guys. I'm starting to get a little worried about the amount of hit points I'm walking into the final fights with. Also, I've been getting a lot of treasure, so I'm a little excited. I've got a number of trinkets that have dropped for me just within the searching out different pieces of treasure. You can influence the treasure you get based on some of the items you use to deal with it. So if it's something unholy and you use a holy potion, if it is something foul like a big meat wagon, you could use herbs on them and get good treasure out of it. If it's a fancy locked box, you could use a key. And so there's different things that open up different treasures in a certain way, and now I've identified that the boss is at the end of this corridor, so just have a few things to go to, and then we will step through in real time. Let's do this. Here we go.
Twisted and maniacal, a slathering testament to the powers of corruption.
Good start. To the pot. I don't want to go in the pot. He put me in the pot! What the shit? What the shit? I'm in the pot! Oh no. That really hurt. And I'm dumped out of the pot. Okay.
As life ebbs,
death's door.
Terrible
Awesome.
vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
And I'm in a pretty rough spot already. The bounty hunter's in a bad way, and the Hellion doesn't have any attacks that can reach the hag, so I'm debating trying to figure out what to do, and I don't really have anything great I could do. I probably should have buffed her, maybe moved forward. Instead, I sort of have to settle for just sort of hitting the pot. Turns out, not very useful. Well, that's no good. No, don't put me in the pot. Resist. This is the worst thing that's ever happened. I'm gonna lose all these characters.
More dust, more ashes, more disappointment.
We'll do one more round. When a hero falls, your choices are to flee and save the party, but lose any trinkets on the dead hero, or risk everything for a few baubles and glory. Ugh. Get out of the pot. Alright, I've crit 3 times in a row. Hero again time. Oh, I can't reach it with her again. Get out of the pot! I need you!
And
oh my god, you're right at death's door?
Hold fast, or expire.
Do you get to go? Do you get to go? Miss. Ugh. Got this. Everybody get around. No, don't go. Oh no! No, not the Vestal! You gotta hit. Oh my god.
Still poisoned. The way is still blocked. But less people will be eaten.
Oh my god. Heal
the bigger
yourself.
the beast, the greater the glory.
Holy shit. I can't believe I did that. And that was the B team versus the Wizened Hag in the Weald in Darkest Dungeon. Hope you had a good time watching the fight. I know I was on the edge of my seat the entire time when I was finally going up against the Wizened Hag. And I can't believe I made it through with only losing one member of the party. I did recover all of my trinkets, and I walked out of the place without very much stress. However, you're going to see when it gets to the resolve screen here, I am going to have a bunch of problems that I'm going to have to get fixed in town. That's it for this adventure. Thank you for watching Fading Interest Plays Darkest Dungeon, and remember, there can be no bravery without madness.